Hi everyone, welcome you all. I am Dr. Gomati. In this video, we are going to talk about action in Business Central. Before we proceed, I would like to tell you that this is my GitHub page where you can find all the information, all the code related whatever I'm discussing in the video. And here, this is my um, blog. So here also you can find the detailed information in a written format. So if you click on any blog, any article, you can find the detailed information about it. So you can follow my blog if you wanted to get the latest update. Just understand the today's agenda. That is, today we are going to talk about introduction, different areas to display the action, types of action, example, and a demo. So actions are the menu item or in a business central. So basically actions are displayed at the top of each page that we usually refer as a action bar. So this is my business central. This is the customer page. Okay. So for example, if you click on this customers, okay, this is the customer page. You can see that this is the top. So here this we call it as an action bar, and these are all the actions. Okay, this is a report action. If you click here, you can find the report. This is a new document action. This is the customer, and this is a navigate action. Okay, and this is the action, other actions. Okay, this is the basic actions which are there. So you can find all the actions here. You can create it. You will be creating the actions in the pages. Basically, we'll be creating actions in the pages. So in this video, I'll be showing you like how to create a action in a page. Okay, a simple action in a page. So actions are displayed at the top of the each page, which we usually call it as an action bar. Actions menu can be found in several locations. You can find the action menu in several locations. The primary location will be on the ribbon appearing at the top of the most of the pages. Okay, what are all the ribbon which are appearing on the top? So this is, we call it as an action bar. Okay, and other locations like a navigate pane, role center, queue groups, action menu on a fact box paths, everything. So this is what an action. Okay, so here you can see that these are all the promoted menu. So what is a promoted action? So actions that are used more often than other and thereby ensure quick access to them, we call it as a promoted actions. So we can set up an action, navigate, or a report menu in the action bar. We can also configure to display on the home tab. Okay, this will be basically available in the home tab as well. So which is, this is usually, that is promoted action menu. Okay, this promoted action menu is usually used in the list, card, task, and role center page, which is used to provide a quick access. So we can get a quick access to that. So as I told, where we can display that is the action in the page. So this also we can call it as a types of action. Okay, we have four type. One is an action menu, new document group and action menu, navigate menu, and report menu. That is new document menu. Okay, so you can consider this like you can understand this, it's a four action. You can create four types of action in your pages. One is action menu, new document menu, navigate menu, and a report menu. Okay, so we'll be discussing like what is. So here in this video, I'll be showing you like how to create an action menu in your page, and in the further upcoming video, I'll be showing you every type of action, like what is a new document action, navigate menu, report menu, everything. So in the action menu, you can see that what is this, that is whatever the user wants to do, that is a user task, that you can create it in the action menu. Okay, so action menu is displayed in the action bar on all page types. So you can just go ahead with any page type, you can create it. So it contains relevant task for the current page. So currently whatever the task you want, you can create it in that. So you can add processing and creation task in the action bar. Okay, so processing in the sense, you can create a processing like a posting a sales order. Okay, which is a daily task, which is because we have to post the sales order daily, right? So these can be added in the action menu. So like a sales invoice, sales quote, sales credit memo, ledger entries, everything can be done in the action menu. So how you can use it? You can use it in the area processing. Okay, where you have to use, you can use it in the role center list, because in the page you can just go and check my playlist, you can see the pages tutorial. Okay, introduction complete, knowing about the page. So in that page, what are all the types of pages we have discussed, really about 11 types of pages, I think. So all the pages these menus cannot be displayed in all the pages, that is particularly the action menu. You can just go ahead with the role center list, card, and task pages. Usually we used to do that. Okay, and example like sales invoice, ledger entries, so that can be in the action menu. So let me just show you with a quick example. So I'm just going to create a simple page here. Okay, so let us create a simple page. Right click, new file, and I'm just going to create a page, action page, action.al. Okay, and if you click T page, by default the snippet will create the actions. Okay, here you can see that the action, default action, will be the area processing. That is what we have told here, area processing. Okay, area, and inside the processing, whatever you are giving inside this area processing will be the action menu. Okay, so this is the area processing, and if you just enter and you type T area. Okay, area, for example, I'm going to give area, and inside that if you just press control and space, you can find the four type of actions here: creation, navigation, processing, and report. You have created the processing. So if you want to go with the navigation, if you want to go with the report, you can just proceed with that. Okay, so this is what, how you can create a that is actions in the document, the sorry, in the page. So this is one type of action. Second type of action is the new document action, menu action. So what is that? This is the action that appears under the new group. For example, if you want to create a new sales invoice, okay, that is, you want to create a new sales invoice, then you can create a document like pages, new document. So this is how you where you have to create it, that you have to create it inside the area creation. Okay, so area creation, and where you have to, that is you can create it in the list page, card page, role center pages, and task pages. Next one is the navigate menu. This is links to the other navigation. Usually navigation means what? It is taking you from one place to another place, that is one page to another place, that is a navigation. Okay, so this navigation menu is to use to provide an additional information by taking the user to a specific page. If you wanted to add a page link in a navigation menu, you must use a navigation action area. Okay, so you should not add this navigation action to a role center page. Fine, so this navigation menu can be created under area navigation. Okay, we'll be discussing all about this, don't worry. So just understand the basics. And if you wanted to display the prices, for example, if you want to show the prices of the product, everything, then you can just display that in the navigation menu. And the last one is with the report menu. This basically lists the reports which are relevant to the page. Okay, what are the report which are relevant for that particular page? So sometimes it is essential to promote a top level reports in action bar, like a top 5 customers, top 5 products for the sales. Okay, so this usually you should use it only the role center, list card, task, and the task pages. Okay, and these two are the actions which you have to create it in the role center page. Okay, that is a navigation menu and the navigation bar. These two should be created in the role center page. Okay, know the difference. This is navigate menu, this is a navigation menu where you can create it under the area section. Okay, this is navigation menu which is to be created in the area section, and the navigation bar is created under the area embedding, whereas the navigate menu is used under area navigation. Okay, so I'm again just showing you that this you have to create it here in the action. So once if you create any snippet, okay, any page snippet, you can find the first one will be the layout, how it has to be grouped, and the next one will be the action, like what are the action which you wanted to use in your page. So this is the basic thing in the page, that is the action. So let us create a simple page with the action which is not related to any other table or anything. I haven't referred any table. Okay, so this page is used to is used to calculate the simple interest. Got it? So here, what I have created is the page type as a card, and the application area, you can see that this is the application area. Okay, and application area, all a usage category document. Under usage category, you have various usage categories, so I have created a document. So this is the first step. Second step is you have to initialize the variable. Okay, what are the variable you are going to use it, because I haven't referred any table. So if I wanted to process something, I have to create a variable, and these are all the global variable. So this is the variable. Once var stands for var, we will be learning about al programming. This is the basics of al programming in the future. So just understand var, and this is your user defined name. Okay, initial amount is my own name, is my own defined name. And this is the data type. Okay, user initial amount colon data type. So you can just find the data type here. If you just press control and space, you can find what are all the various data type which are available in in al programming for business central. So you can give any variable, sorry, any data type. So for calculating the simple interest, I want all these things. That is, I want to give input as initial amount, number of years, rate of interest, and finally it has to calculate the final amount. Okay, and so I have created this, and then I have called this in the area. Okay, that is a layout under the area. So what I want is, this is a group. I have used this group as an input group and the output group. Okay, in the input group, I have created that. I have called the field like initial amount, number of years, and rate of interest. I have used a few properties for this, that is an application area, tooltip, captions, and everything. And then in the output, I am going to display the output. That is what the final amount I wanted to display. And since it is an output, so I'm just making that editable is equal to false, because no one should be able to edit it. Okay, I hope you got it till this. And next, if I go to actions page, I under the area processing, so it will be created in the action bar. Okay, under the area processing, which is basically here we have discussed that if you wanted this as in an action menu, then you wanted to create under area processing. Okay, under action menu, in the sense area processing. So that is what we have created here, area processing. And you have to give the name for the action, that is calculate simple interest. Okay, I have given the name for the action. And then here, image is equal, these are all the basic, you have to execute it together. So you have to execute it. And the tooltip, I have, these are the basic properties which you have to give. And once you given some action, then probably you have to, definitely you have to write the trigger on action. Okay, because if you click on that, what should happen? Okay, so that is what we are writing here. In the begin, I'm just calculating it, final amount is equal to initial amount into 1 plus rate of interest multiplied by number of years. Okay, so this basically works as the Bodmas rule. That is, a bracket will be considered first, and even inside the bracket, the multiplication will be considered, and then plus, and then everything. Okay, so this happens, and then it will be ended. It's a simple program where I just wanted to show you how the processing, that is a navigate, I'm sorry, how the action menu looks like. Okay, let us save this. You have to press Ctrl S and Ctrl F5 to execute it. So once if you execute this, let us see what is going to happen. Let us see, let us wait for the output here. So here you can see that this is the actions demo. So if you go and check here, this is the actions demo. Okay, and here you can find that this is the action bar, and this is the input. So in the code, you can see that inside the layout, I have grouped it. The first group is what the input group, and the second group is what the output group. So you can find that the two groups are there, input and output. Okay, so in the input group, you can see that so this is the group. So you can find that this is the input and output. Okay, so in the input I have given here that I need a three variable, that is one is the initial amount, number of years, and the rate of interest. So that is what given here: initial amount, rate of interest, and number of years. So if you click here, it is showing initial amount, that is what I have given here in the tooltip and the captions and everything which is displaying here. Okay, so if you go to the next one is number of years, if you go to the number of years, you can see, so in the initial amount you can see initial amount, which is the caption. Okay, it's also the tooltip. The tooltip you have to give something more descriptive. Okay, so what is the initial amount they wanted to enter and everything you have to give. This is the tooltip and the caption which I have given here. Okay, and if you can see that in the output, the final amount is there. In the output the final amount is here, and I have made it as editable false, so it you cannot edit it. Okay, and here I haven't done anything, so by default editable will be true. That is why I can edit something here. Okay, and in the so let us just give some value to this. The initial amount is 20,000, I'm just giving 20,000, and the number of years is what 2, and in the rate of interest I'm just giving 5. Okay, so let us just consider 5. So here this is the action, that is what written here in the actions. Okay, so in the action I have given here that this is the calculate simple interest, and I have given under the processing, so it is showing in the actions action bar. So if I click here, it is showing calculate the interest. Okay, so that is what I have given inside the action method. Okay, so once if I click this, let us see what happens. If I click this, what happens is it is calculating the final amount based on the process. So what happens here, once I click the calculate interest, the trigger is getting executed. So that is what I have given in the trigger. On action is the trigger which will execute when if I click that particular calculate simple interest action. What it should calculate all these things, and it should store the value in the final amount. That is what happening here. Okay, so there are various other triggers as well. If you just type trigger, and then if you just press space, you can find what are the other trigger which are available for this, like trigger action reference, trigger assert, t assert. Okay, t action reference, t action wal do. Okay, so there are various actions which are there, but basically if you wanted to execute that action, then you are to use trigger on action. Okay, it's not mandatory that you have to write only one line here. Even if you wanted to display this as a message, you can also display this message, and inside the message you wanted to display the final amount, then you can write that as well. Okay, so if you wanted to use the final amount, then you have to display that here. Okay, so percentage 1, which means that because you are going to display the value of that particular variable, so you are just displaying that value for the particular variable, in the sense you have to pass that here. Okay, so this is how you can save this and execute it, where you can find the output here. Okay, so save it, so you can write multiple lines inside the trigger, that is between the begin and end statement, so that is also possible here. So since I told this is a very basic program which I wanted to show you how the actions will work inside the page. Even if you want to refer to, if you wanted to link any table, okay, so you can link to the table and then also do the actions based on the values in the table. So since we are directly using the variable here, so I'm just calculating this. Okay, so this is basically possible. So once you can just press Ctrl S and execute it, so that to see how this actions works, and how this calculates simple interest. So here, since we are calculating the simple interest, we are checking how it basically going to work. Okay, so this is how this action in the, that is action menu, will work. So if you click here, it's like okay, now I'm just giving 10,000 to, okay, 3 percentage, number of years 3, and if I click calculate, So you can see that the same output is displaying in the message as well. Okay, so this is the very basic thing. So in the upcoming video we'll also see that how to create a new document menu. We'll see how to create a navigate menu. We will see how to create a report menu, and also we will just try to see the role center, like how to create these actions in the role center page as well.